So I explained a lot like 2D, 3D, 4D, but I want to explain world peace. And when you're looking at all the news today, that everybody is explaining, oh, they're ready to take back their land, their land, their land. You don't see Native Americans having that same type of let's go to war. And I'll tell you why. For one, the land should be shared with everybody. Two, if religions are the ones that are actually pushing the buttons as far as making people go to war, Palestinians and the Jewish, then we should really look into not really praising religion, but God and spirituality. Third, what else was I going to say? All of our money goes to resources, whether or not we like it. People supposedly find investors. People are using people's money because they're the money accountant. You know, everyone's laundering money in that sense to spend 20 million on a project, 85 million on a project. That money is actually needed for everybody's countries, not just for the wealthiest people to keep doing things behind our back and not letting us know what they're doing. Technology, weapons of mass destruction, all of that is very, very real and serious. And so that's why I say, praise God, because everybody has a satellite in that sense that powers their cell phones. If you look at yourself like a computer or a cell phone, you know, internet, you know, electricity, you know, all of that is the seed of that organic or that cybernetic life. Our organic life all revolves around this thing called evolution, and that's what God is, because God can save you from a car accident. That's not fighting neighbors or his children fighting children, but he can't save you from you going to war and your country getting bombed on just because rich people, your neighbors, his children alike like you, are going to war. This is a matter that has to be fixed with the siblings as far as us being neighbors. So anyways, that's my big pitch on World War and why we are supposed to stay against it. And everyone's protesting. If you look at everyone's protest, every time you have a protest, it shows this party going against that party. And then after, when they finally get the matter done with somebody being a winner and the other one being a loser, they still have to coexist in an unfair treated environment known as the system. So what's the point of having all of these small scrimmage match protests instead of having the big finale Super Bowl, which should be the final protest? And that is for no more fighting, no more violence, no more corruption, and no more unfair treatment. Everyone needs to get paid more close to the same amount, and everyone needs to be able to make a living, and everyone needs to be able to branch out and live longer lives by having healthy lifestyles that aren't too expensive. You notice rich people and poor people, they're eating the best organic food. Poor people are living off of carbs and dry food, cereal, oatmeal. These things, oatmeal is okay, but still, it's not the best, healthiest thing by itself all the time. And you can't live off of just noodles. You have to have a constructed, healthy lifestyle in order to have a healthy, long life. So mind, body, and spirit, I've cracked down on so much, and that's why I make all of these topics, because, hey, if they're not going to let me get back to my Facebook where I made my own journal, a lot like an original Bible with just trying to help mankind, then that shows proof that governments...
So what are you supposed to happen to this guy?
Hold on, Dad. See, another thing that... So that right there is not right, and the person viewing it is not fair for that person to be stuck on his phone all day. That is where we're getting imprisoned in the 4D world instead of living and finding out how to get to the fourth dimension spiritually. There's no shortcuts. You go through the steps of 1, 2, and 3, you graduate to 4. You go through 4, 5, 6, You graduate to 7. You graduate 7, 8, 9. Then you go to an ultimate graduation where your brain is actually going like more than 3/4 because you're actually getting it further as far as quantum physics, thinking, and intellect. So you need to have a positive outlet, and you need to praise our creator as well as our, person or place or spirit or entity or matter that we go back to, and we say hello again once we're done living. And then we either relive or we stay in the afterworld, spirit world, however you call it, but it's not the further. The further is something you need to stay away from, and we're trying to trap everyone in these devices as well as just staring at them all day, or going to the casino and spending all your money and eating fattening food and feeling like you're living like kings, but really you're just stuck in a video game of casino characters. That's some truthful stuff that I'm trying to explain to the world. There are scientists from way back in medieval days and even further, Sumerian. You have these cultures that were very much demonically plagued. If you look at Sumerian lifestyles and their homes, they look like vampire covenants. You ever notice that when you look at witch covenants, vampire covenants, these Sumerians actually lived in dirt molded freaking mountains that had tunnels and holes. It's very scary to think about that stuff.
I need to sleep for an hour. Can you wake me up in 1 hour and then we're going to do the laundry like crazy?
Okay, yeah.
Okay, please.
Okay, yes.
My eyes hurt.
All right.
I have this pink eye thing this week. I don't know what's wrong.
I know what's wrong. Yeah, I know what's wrong.
Shit got in my eye.
You keep letting your dogs make messes instead of being in kennels, and that's why I'm telling you need to wash my blankets, because they pee and poop.
I woke up
and you have pink eye from the dogs.
Right in my forehead. It was terrible.
And you got all this on videotape as far as my YouTube recording, so thank you. But I know everything as far as being able to investigate and solve. So it's very important to know that that is a godly future as far as having a higher mindset, a higher intellect, being blessed by the Lord to be able to think and process this advancedly. And that's what meditation and believing in God can help you do. So anyways, I hope everyone takes this video serious, and God bless you all.